Who else wants to save their home from foreclosure and make a lot of money in real estate? Would you like to retire in 3 years or less? Find out instantly what would otherwise take you years to find out. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sherwin Bidens, and I am Canadian, who once was a broke foreigner with no car, no home, I lived in my office, no credit, to never having to work again in less than 3 years. Hard to believe, but that's true. I don't want to be a victim here. In fact, I hate writing this. Have you ever had to avoid friends visiting you in the new city you're living in just so that you would avoid the embarrassment of having to tell them that the truth is that your life sucks? You're broke and you have no immediate prospects? That, not to mention you can't afford to have them around because they are a drain on your negative income. Oh yes, baby, I've been there. I have known people and participated in myself events just for the snacks. Is that sick? Oh sure, maybe we would meet some great actor or director or producer from some bygone era at this event while gorging on finger food. People talk about how life was rough for them, that their car was beaten up. Hell, I sold mine to live. That car bought me time to make a lot of money in real estate, and real estate can be a savior, small ones, not the big guy, for you too. So, if I can start a real estate empire, anyone can. You see, I've got a brilliant background in the arts, which really qualifies me to understand real estate. Not. You see, I'm really up. In my family, when someone does a Sherwin, something has just gone wrong. Something has been dropped, broken, fallen over. I think you understand. I'm an eccentric misfit and a rich one too. So if you can put your ego aside, you can learn from this idiot savant. And here's how I did it. Why real estate? Real estate is the #1 wealth builder for most people. As an actor, I found out that producers simply were financing their projects through real estate and were making small fortunes. So I said to myself, what if I could empower people with a straightforward guide that could tell them their basic terms of how to get them out of potentially missing foreclosure and move on with their lives and really start to turn their lives around like Donald Trump or Warren Buffett. In fact, we do a simple case study of these two multi-billionaires. And you know what? They may be 100,000 times richer than you are, but are they 100,000 times smarter? I am confident they are not. They simply know how to make money and invest it wisely, so it earns them money over and over again. That's it. It's that easy. On that note, get a free financial newsletter every week of sage advice based on leading financial people on the internet today. This includes credit, financial strategies, and lessons I have learned from others smarter than me. Please fill in your name and email. The first name will do. And don't be like me and misspell your email. So just double check, please. Read not spam, for I already get plenty myself, and I have a loaded shotgun, there it is, waiting for people to spam me. Not really, but I like the sound of it. Now we all know that it's getting tougher to make ends meet. Wages are not keeping up with inflation. Jobs are being outsourced to low-wage countries, and labor is the worst for it. So what to do? Get another job, just over broke? I don't think so. Let's face it, wages are not keeping up with the cost of living. In fact, you don't have to go very far on the internet to see the New York Times or some other prominent media provider mentioning how the cost of living continually outpaces wage increases. And this isn't just New York. Just a cursory glance mentions Florida, California, Oregon, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Michigan, Louisiana, Missouri, and many others that one would not associate with high-cost states. Foreclosures are terrible for the person in one, and terrific for the person buying one. So what is one to do? Funny how people who have money never tell me that I'm buying a home that was taken away from someone else, stolen by the bank, and that I'm indirectly preying on some poor person who just lost their house. So is the home supposed to sit empty forever, never to be used? Rich people never tell me any of these things because one, yes, they've done it too, but also two, they don't make their payments on their properties. Everyone knows the bank will take their properties from them too. The solution to this problem of foreclosure is not surprisingly doing the opposite of what most poor people do. You see, most people buy and sell their properties on emotion, especially fear. They fear that because everyone else is buying a home, that they will not have one and will be left out. They fear that they too will miss out on the opportunity to pay for a mortgage out of their hard-earned salaries for the next 15 to 40 years. They also fear that they will become rich by not having other people pay for their mortgages or their properties. I and a handful of investors, on the other hand, do the opposite. We cherish the opportunity to have other people pay for our properties. Our hard-earned money is not nearly so hard-earned, especially now that we don't pay roughly 30% of our salaries on rent and a higher percentage on taxes than the person who doesn't own a business. We also don't even really care what our first properties look like. We all know we have to start someplace. The important thing is we took the first step. Are you at least ready to examine the possibility that you too could become rich? If so, please order now. Thank you.